Middle of the week here to be encouraged. We call it Wednesday's Word of Encouragement for the week. And sometimes, we do need a little pep and a little pick-me-up in the middle of the week through the struggles and cares and worries. We talked a little bit last week about worry, and this week we want to focus on the psalmist. And the psalmist once again says this in Psalms 94, when my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your consolations delight my soul. I love that thought and I love that verse because the psalmist understands that in his life he had cares and worries, and they actually built up. They actually became larger and larger, almost like a fish story, right? Sometimes worries and cares can do that. We can replay the story and they grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And what God wants to do is he doesn't necessarily want to take that story away from us. He actually wants us to celebrate that story of difficulty and pain and struggle and challenges and worry. He wants us to change that story with his viewpoint in mind. And so that's exactly what the psalmist says. He says, when I look at your viewpoint from my situation, all these things that I've built up, all these things that I have maybe made a mountain out of a molehill, all these things that I have made up in my mind about this situation, Lord, when you calm me down, when you show me your picture for it, that brings comfort to my soul. And that's actually what the psalmist is trying to tell us today. And so I want to encourage you in the very same thing. When the cares and worries of life become big in your mind, when they become almost unbearable at times, will you stop? I stop for a moment today just to share this word with you because of God's love for you and because of the joy that the word can bring and the transforming power of it. So my prayer is that you would be prayed up, that you would be loved up, and that you would be able to see God's perspective